Cowboy fans and YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you? Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic, you know? Especially after you hear, reports going around that, let's see, first reports are the stuff you kind of want to hear, Mike McCarthy breathing into the belief that analytics can be used to make the team better. He said it's not going to be the holy grail. It's not going to be the end-all be-all, but it will help with the situational play calling and stuff like that. And he definitely wants to look into that. Unlike Garrett, who refused to ever even think about using it. Other reports, we've seen, Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy and Stephen Jones all loving what's going on. It's a we decision-making process instead of just you or him. We like to hear that hopefully it's a whole collaboration thing instead of just one guy running everything like he's been doing. Mike McCarthy has said that if he wanted a GM type deal, he'd have gone someplace where he could get that kind of deal. But he wanted to come to the Cowboys because he wanted to stick to strictly coaching. He did not want to have anything to do with player personnel. And lo and behold, that's exactly what we're good for. You don't have to worry about a thing when it comes to player personnel because that's all Jerry, Stephen, Will McClay. So that works out great for him. Another report I've seen that you kind of knew it was true. And if the reports are true, that's kind of disturbing. That Jason Garrett did lose the locker room. He lost the respect of the locker room. They can love him for his speeches and everything he does and how friendly he is to everybody. But apparently there's been a talk that a player doesn't really have to listen to what he has to say. And he could just ignore the coach's recommendations. And Jerry Jones okays it. That's disturbing. That's why I'm happy that if what we going on right now with the whole coaching staff is true, where these old heads are going to take over and basically shut that stupid stuff down, I'm all for it. Because that doesn't make sense that your owner is approving the players of ignoring what your coach is telling you. That's not cool in any organization. I get it. You're the president, the owner, the GM. But you shouldn't be telling these guys, hey, do what you want to do. Don't listen to the coach. Like, are you stupid? Are you mental? What kind of organization runs like that? That makes no sense. And if we don't improve, that's going to be a major key in why we never win. Because it's obvious. Back in the 90s, it was Jimmy Johnson running everything. Jerry Jones was just signing checks. That's great. Jimmy did player personnel, all that fun stuff. Even though Jerry had the GM title. But, after Jimmy left and he let Parcells have a little bit of that power, he's like, no more. I'm going to do it all. And if that involves you telling players to not give a crap what your coaches say, I got issue with that. And anybody else who comes to play for you should have issue with that. That's not cool. It's kind of weird because then you hear people complaining about the Rooney Rule. How minority coaches are not getting hired and everything. And we go through this every season. But Marvin Lewis admitted that the Cowboys did him right. So even though they're not getting looked at least we're hearing that the Cowboys did do their due diligence and treated him with the proper respect that he deserves for a minority candidate or any candidate. So take that as you will. I still haven't heard any word on John Kidna. They're still looking at several other position coaches. So we're still in a holding pattern as far as that stuff goes. I'm sure by next week or at some point during next week, we'll hear something. It'll probably be after the national championship. If not, they're definitely going to try and take the headlines away from the national championship, because that's how the Cowboys do things. We'll see. Not much else to report yet. Things have been kind of calming down, settling down. He's doing his diligence and trying to get his staff ready. I haven't heard if he's talked to any players. But that's all we got right now. It's pretty good weather here where I'm living. I hope it's good where you are. Have a good, safe, fun Friday. Not too much fun, Have a good one. If we have anything else to report, we'll get it to you. Talk to y'all later. Peace.